Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and surround yourself by a community who wants to see you shine. Today we have a special healing. We have a pick a card in love, money, or happiness. So this is going to give you the clarity you've been looking for in your life at this moment. And as an added bonus, for each card, we're going to do an energy healing, chakra alignment, balancing at the end. So we're going to bless your spirit, bless your energy, bless your chakras, align you after you get this wisdom. So if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, to comment, because I love to hear what's going on with you. I respond to each and every one of your comments, and I only ask that if you do comment, you comment for the highest vibrational good, only to keep this a safe community that we all love coming back to and feel safe coming back to. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so whichever one feels like, okay, I'm attracted to it, this is it. So I am going to start with this one right here, and I'm going to move this over. This is black tourmaline, just to give us that protection. And so if you feel attracted to these cards, these are our health cards. So let me go ahead and just move all of this stuff to the side. And if you are interested in energy healing as a whole, I'm going to actually start offering live healings on Instagram. So if you want to find out more about that, head over to Reiki Healing Hope on Instagram, and I'm going to jump in and I'll tell you more about that in the stories, a little teaser. But these are your cards, and these are wonderful. This is from Sacred Geometry. So let's go ahead and just start to pull. I'm going to do a little baby shuffle. I just like to get that. Okay. So our first card is, you tell me because I can't see it. Our first card is Divine Feminine. You know what's so crazy about this? I actually shuffled this deck several times, and I was just testing to see how it looked in the video, and this card continued to come out. So let's see what it says. It says the Divine Feminine. The frequency of the Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all creations. So the Divine Feminine. Now, if you chose this is the Sacred Geometry deck. I set the intention for this to give you happiness. Now, the way that you interpret it in your life, feel free to take it into love or take it into money. But as of now, for community, the intention was to provide clarity on happiness. And this Divine Feminine is a very interesting card. Now, for the Sacred Geometry cards, there are geometric shapes that you look at and you meditate to. So feel free to pause the video and go ahead and meditate to that shape. It is a shape to represent for this artist Divine Feminine. But for happiness, it's saying, or what I'm getting from the universe, is that have compassion, have kindness, have understanding for yourself and for others, and you'll give yourself more happiness. This stress and this anxiety that you might be feeling, regardless of where it's from, love, life, family, health, whatever it is, you will find this happiness you're looking for by being more compassionate to yourself. So let's do some clarity. Let's do our next card. Our next card is Delight. Okay, so it says the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. So the word that I'm getting right now is gratitude, having gratitude. So not only are you being understanding and you're being compassionate in your life, but you're just having gratitude and you're giving yourself permission to be happy. So you might be feeling like, well, if I have a different job, or if I have the person that I need or love, or the person that I love needs to be better, or I need to have a different location, X, Y, and Z, that I'll finally find happiness. And the cards are saying, no, not at all. You can find happiness right now today if you are more compassionate towards yourself. And on top of that, you just have gratitude and delight. You give yourself permission to be happy. Also, what I'm hearing is this feeling of needing to put on for others, meaning like if you feel like you're an introvert, or you feel like you're awkward, or all of these things, when you see somebody or you see a group of people, you feel like you have to do something extra, you have to put on. And the energy is saying, no, you do not have to do that. You can be happy. Don't feel bad if you feel like corny, or you feel like strange or something like that. Don't worry about it. And don't worry if people like you, because the right people will be there for you. Don't try to impress every person that you meet. Be happy and grateful for the 1 to 3 people that, are truly kind of by your side during this lifetime. So our second card is, how beautiful, the cosmic flower. Let's see what it says. It says the frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of a place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. So what this is saying is, find your flower to blossom. I was meditating on this session that we're going to do today, and the word that just kept coming up is blossom, blossom, blossom. And it is so affirming to get this card today, because what it's doing is it's saying that you have to find your home. And home doesn't necessarily mean that you're going back to like where you were born, country, state, whatever, but it means your energetic home. And a lot of the work that you have to do in energy healing is to repair that home. A lot of people have a lot of trauma from home, and whatever that is, among a multitude of things. And I have over 100 healing videos, and you can start with the playlist in the description box if you want to start working on that. But what it is that experience that we experienced as a child sets the tone of how we perceive the world after that. And we have to do a lot of work to clear and clean that up, because not only is it unconscious, but it is also muscle memory. So what's really blocking you from finding that happiness you're looking for is that feeling of finding home. You don't feel like you have a home, but the home is within you. Once you find that home of who you are, meaning I am at peace, I'm being compassionate towards myself, I'm having gratitude, just practicing that will show you how to find that home within yourself, and that will just bring you happiness. And all of these things don't cost money. They don't cost you to really do anything different, but just change your perspective and start trying. It really is just be nice to yourself. And that's what the cards are saying. So we have 2 more cards. I'm going to flip them both at the same time. And let's see. Ooh, Gaia in Remembrance. Let me go to Remembrance first. I'm going to let you see the card first. So Remembrance says the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in the body. Were we not just talking about this? Providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this lifetime. Hello. That's major validation for what we were just talking about, saying our body and our energy remembers all of these things. And the reason why you're not happy is because your energy and your body is aligned with I'm going to say trauma, but what I really want to say is with a pattern that no longer suits how you want to live. The pattern is lower vibrational. It's within trauma. It's within all of these things. And you can be in this pattern and not, your life doesn't have to be in complete shambles. You might just feel like, oh, I'm pessimistic, or, who cares? I went to the doctor the other day for my like annual checkup, and then I said, yes, my partner and I were gonna have kids at this time, or that's when we're gonna start doing planning, family planning. And the doctor said, you want to bring kids into this world? And I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, why not? Why not? It's like, oh, I've heard people say this is such a horrible time, and yes, there are atrocities that happen around the world that we all need to take action in, and that we all need to not be passive but be proactive in healing and helping those. But within the history of humanity, I mean, you got to think about it. Like, there were world wars and people were having kids. There are and were civil wars happening and people are still having children. So it is your perspective or not to have kids. But in that moment, I was like, wow, this person is very pessimistic. They weren't mean or anything, but I just felt in that moment, I was like, wow, how you view. And then they started to explain, oh yeah, my parents are still together, unfortunately. And when I heard that, it's like, oh, you suffered some type of just not feeling comfortable coming up, and that's how you view the world, and you're at a point in your life where you don't want to change that. So forgive me if I'm long-winded, but I said all of that to simply say that happiness is a choice. You may not be able to change your money or your love or what you're experiencing right now, but when you're alone by yourself, you have a choice to be compassionate. You have a choice to be happy. You have a choice to take all of these things from the past and heal them and move forward. And I'm going to give you your last card right here, which is Gaia. And Gaia says, the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. So that's sending a confirmation that if you're looking for happiness, you are not alone. You may feel like you're alone. You may not have people there. Even our community here at Reiki Healing Hope is a place where people come, and sometimes it's just like a sounding board. We have people from all different walks of life going through all different kinds of things, and I'm understanding now that, they're not necessarily coming back for me. Maybe some are, but a lot of times they're coming back for a safe community to be able to kind of pour their heart out or to just feel good. And this is not a place of judgment. We, respect all wisdom traditions. We respect all lineages. We are promoting for the highest vibrational good only, and we just allow the person to come and be themselves. So what cards are saying here is that if you want happiness, you start right now by just giving yourself a break, being happy, and knowing that even if you feel alone, you're not alone. And if you're feeling a little gloomy, I do have a I love you healing session, and afterwards you will feel so much better. But for this, we're going to jump into the healing session for this happiness reading. So if the cards that you chose were the other two decks, definitely feel free to fast forward and jump into those readings. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bless you, and I'm going to bless your alignment so that you feel love, health, and healing. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the third eye here, and I'm going to say a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to connect us in community and root us down in our individual healing experience. And I just want to have your permission. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for your highest good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Oshun, Mawu, White Taurus, and all the Taurus. Please connect us to our ancestors, our spirit guides, spirit animals, our lineage, all for our highest vibrational good only. Root us down in our healing experience, in our lineage, and allow us to move forward, letting the past go so that we may find supreme and loving happiness. And I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, good job. Now, I'm going to continue to just take the Palo Santo and just go right here into the solar plexus. The solar plexus right there is really a place in which you have confidence. And so it's very important that your confidence is healing and feeling healed. I'm actually going to go in with this black tourmaline as well that was sitting on top to bless your energy and to move it out of your aura. Let me move this out the way so you don't just feel like you just hear this like knocking. Like, what is this knocking? So blessing that out and just relax. Okay. Sending you the highest vibrations of love, balance, energy, and happiness. I am giving you permission to be happy right now. Even if the world is not perfect, even if your life is not perfect, in this moment you have permission to be happy right now. So don't take it for granted. Love yourself. Okay. And be at peace with yourself. Couple more breaths. Just connecting here, sending love in the highest vibration, sending compassion that you take it easy, that you have love, that you blossom, that you let go of the past, that you heal the past, and know that you're connected to each and every one of us, to never doubt that and to never doubt yourself. Okay. One more. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you want a more in-depth healing session, check out the description box, and I have a link to all the playlists of different healings. You can fall asleep to it. You can use the tools, and I post those healings Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. We are a community, so we gotta stick together, y'all. So the next one I'm gonna do, my intuition is saying Moonology cards, but like my desire is to jump into the Goddess Guidance card, but I'm gonna go with my intuition reluctantly. So if you chose these cards, these were the cards that I infused with the intention of money, career, anything like that. So let's jump into this. I'm gonna do a little just baby shuffle of these cards, I just like to feel like the energy continues to move. And family, you are doing a fantastic job. All of our new family, just connect to your purpose. Continue to breathe. Allow that energy in. So I'm going to jump into our first card. So let's see what it is. It says adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Now, let me give you some information about the Moonology deck, okay? Number one, for any of these decks in which the cards are upside down, depending on what you believe, you can interpret it in different ways. Sometimes people automatically interpret it as negative or as the opposite of what the card is. And then when I'm using a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, sometimes I do that. But for me, when I see a card upside down, what that comes off to me as something that should be worked on internally, as when I see a card right side up, something that can be worked on externally, especially with these Moonology decks. Think about it like retrograde. Retrograde is not something necessarily negative, but it means working on something inside as opposed to externally, and knowing the difference, knowing that if you put action into something in an external way that needs to be worked on internally, you're just going to find frustration, and vice versa to both those things. So the first thing that we have is the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. So this is money, career adjustments are required. And so what I'm hearing from that is this does require you to change how you are approaching money, change how you are approaching career, that you have to go about it in a better way. So when you're manifesting, and a lot of manifesting work happens when you want to get in your career, money, things like that, professional stuff, you literally have to change the way that you look at the world. And if you want to attract that career you're looking for, that money you're looking for, those professional changes, you need to make adjustments. You have to be proactive. When we were doing our, happiness healing, we were looking at it from a perspective of how we feel about ourselves as a whole. This is a specific area in your life, just like the reading that we're going to do on love. This is a specific area in your life where it's saying you have to take these. And this card was upside down, so it's going to represent adjustments need to be made internally. You need to change your mindset. You need to approach money, your career in a different way. I feel like a good term is boss up. You just have to boss up. You have to take risks, but you have to take responsible risks. Taking a risk doesn't necessarily mean you have to throw all of your money into something. Taking a risk might be, hey, I have this goal and I'm going to risk being consistent at it for the next 3 months to get to my desired goal, regardless of if I feel bad or if it's not moving as much as I want to. I'm going to take a risk and be vulnerable and put myself out there. And that's the kind of risk I'm talking about, not like the frivolous risk of get rich quick, I'm going to throw my money into all of this, or no, like I'm going to dedicate myself, dedicate myself to something to push my big goal along in order to get what I need at the end. So it may take a couple of months, a couple of years, a couple of days, but I'm going to dedicate to it, and I don't need the answer to come tomorrow. I'm going to continue to stay dedicated so that when what I'm looking for comes my way, it will definitely be here to stay. Let's do our next card. Ooh, another card upside down. And so this one is, let me see, full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release, what does it say? Negativity. Time to release negativity. And so this goes so appropriate with the adjustments need to be made, because it's saying you got to change that mindset, and you can't be negative. And what I mean by you can't be negative, you can't say I want something to happen and then work on it for, let's say, like a couple of weeks, and then make the decision that, well, it hasn't happened. But the goal you have, as big as you're dreaming, might take years. So if you're going to be negative and stop yourself, the babies are going to school. If you're new to the channel, the babies are going to school, and they are so vocal every time they come down this hallway. Don't worry about them. They remind us of youthful energy. She's like having a whole moment out there. Oh my goodness. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna let them finish, and I'll come back. Like, hopefully they don't continue to yell. Just take it lighthearted, yo. Okay. Expect powerful change. So that's actually really fascinating, because it's saying that if you make those adjustments to your mindset, and you really curb that negativity, and instead of negativity you replace it with hard work and determination, expect powerful change. But you see, this is the third card, so these things have to happen first in order for you to get here. So if you can master these concepts when it comes to money, when it comes to careers, you will get the powerful change that you are looking for. That I'm just loving this beautiful eclipse. It is a new moon eclipse. Let me see if there's anything else. What I'm hearing is that not a lot of people make it to this point, and when you do make it to this point, you're going to feel love, like an overwhelming sense of accomplishment and success, and just knowing that, even though it's simply said, which is be determined, be persistent, work towards something even if you don't see the reward happening as quickly as you like. Many people can't do it. So the quickest way to kind of like push out the competition for whatever it is you want or to be seen is to outwork somebody. So that's what the cards are saying right now. You need to outwork them, and you will have expect powerful change, and also an internal mindset of expecting that powerful change. You have to expect what you want. You have to have hope. If you do not have hope in what you're doing, you're not going to align yourself with the frequency that you need to get to where you're going. You might feel like, well, I'll be hopeful when, I see things. I'll believe it when I see it. But you have to see it, or I'll believe it when I see it. But you have to believe it now. You have to see it now in your energy so that the belief is already rooted down. Our next card is emotions are running high. Oh, Lord. So when I look at this card of emotions are running high, what I'm getting right now is mental stability, emotional well-being, anxiety, depression. So this might be a subject that makes you anxious. Money makes everybody anxious, talking about money. So when emotions are running high, it means you need to be honest with yourself about everything, and you need to take a step back and really look at your approach to career, look at your approach to money, look at your approach to finances. But if you're feeling very emotional about it, angry, upset, needing, I need to get this done yesterday, I need to get this done yesterday, you're not going to make the clearest view. This super moon represents that you're not going to make the clearest decisions from this. And so what I would say to this, if your emotions are running high, you need to start a meditation practice. If you meditate, even if you go on YouTube and just listen to meditation videos, or go to the description box and listen to any of the healings that I have over 100 healings. You can put yourself in a state where you can make those clear decisions, but you have to balance out those emotions. That's what's keeping you from getting to where you want to go, to this powerful change. You're needing to make these internal adjustments, but the reason why it's been so difficult is because you have to balance out that anxiety. You have to balance out that sense of how you see yourself and how you see yourself going into the professional field. And our last card is North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Hello. This whole time we've been talking about bossing up. And if you know about astrology, specifically natal astrology, your North Node is your karmic destiny, and your South Node is your karmic past. The South Node is gifts that you come into this life having, it's like your comfort zone. But this lifetime will no longer serve you just using those gifts. You have to go into your North Node. So from this first card, adjustments are required. It's saying that if you want the life that you want financially in your career, you need to change how you view yourself. You need to change your entire approach to everything. And the change is an internal change. That's what I'm getting the most. And it's saying you need to outwork who you used to be. You need to be hopeful. And you need to align yourself with the purpose going forward. So that's the healing and the reading that I'm getting from this money career card pick a card session for here. And so just from my intuition, what I would say here is that it's not as complicated as you think it is. That's like what I'm getting from universe. It's not as complicated as you think it is. You're making it harder on yourself than you think than it actually is. It really just boils down to working hard. That's it. Working hard and giving yourself permission to not be anxious about it. That's completely hard because of all this stuff going on. But if you just work hard, and every time you feel uncomfortable, you work through it, you're going to get to here. This is the goal right here. but you can do it. And so, because of that, we're going to go ahead and do our healing session for this Moonology, and the Moonology link is in the description box if you like these cards are kind of difficult, I'm not gonna lie. They hurt a little bit, and they will definitely make you feel like, like I don't like what you're saying, but it's tough love. And if you want to win a career in finance and money, you definitely have to be able to be honest with yourself, give yourself some tough love, but not, just overtly hurt yourself or anything. So I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to start cleansing you out, okay? And here I'm actually going to connect you to your heart. Usually with this, I'll connect you to more of the lower chakras, but your heart, because the issue here that's preventing you from going into where you want to go career and money wise is really that connection and that belief within yourself. So I'm just doing some healing there. And so I'm going to say a quick prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to connect you in healing. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for the highest good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascendant Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Oshun, Mawu, White Tara, and all the Taras. Please connect us to our ancestors, our spirit guides, spirit animals, our lineage, and all for our highest vibrational good only. Root us towards a path in career and money so that we may align our frequency to receive our goals and our passions and our dreams beyond our wildest measures. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So I'm going to go in and take this. This right here is Tiger's Eye, and I'm going to take it in and I'm just going to start to work on your aura a little bit. As you breathe out, you can definitely breathe into this candle and breathe into this energetic experience to be more aggressive with your money. And I'm not going to use the word aggressive, I'm going to use the word assertive. Just continue to breathe in. I'm going to place this stone right here, okay? Right here on your heart. And as the stone is on your heart, I want you to set the intention that I can do what I'm looking to do. Say it, I can do what I'm looking to do. I can do what I'm looking to do. And as you continue to say it, I'm going to send you just this alignment and balance going into that heart chakra, aligning it, moving it down, allowing the energy to flow down. The energy flowing down is a gesture of manifesting. We're taking the energy that we've learned from the universe, God's source, and we're allowing it to bloom and blossom into something beautiful. Okay, good job. I'm just going to place my hand right here, and I'm going to set the intention that you release any energy, any negativity, and that you're able to align with any adjustments that you need in order to manifest this love, this money, this healing that you're looking for. It's really a love of self. That's what I'm getting. It's saying when you love yourself, when you authentically love yourself, not in pride, but love yourself as in are grateful to be alive, you will connect with this career, this healing, this purpose that you're looking for. And it starts with the heart. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, good job there. Now, to jump into our next card pull. This is the one that I wanted to do in the beginning. And the universe was like, oh, girl, take your time, okay? Take your time. If you are enjoying these sessions on Instagram at Reiki Healing Hope, I'm just shuffling them at Reiki Healing Hope, I do a card pull weekly, so definitely jump in there. I go much more in depth, and I'm doing doing the live healing. So if you want to find out about that, or if you want to learn more about that, you gotta follow me on Instagram. We are a private group because our group is not for everybody. It is just for the family members only, so that we can keep that community safe too. And it's just very important that you all feel loved and that you all feel understood in this healing experience. So I try my hardest to facilitate a space of that loving healing. So now let's go ahead and jump into our love. Okay, I'm so excited for this. So we're using the Goddess Guidance deck, and let's see what our first thing is. Let's see what we are. Sarasvati. The arts, express yourself through creative activities. So this card is coming up, and this pile's intention was to tell us about love, and it's saying that put yourself out there. It's one of those things where it's like when you see somebody happy, and they might not necessarily be looking for love, but you see somebody happy, they attract people, regardless of if they're looking for love or not. You go out, to a party, or you go out to somewhere, and someone has that energy, that creative energy. Just they're putting themselves out there. They're being creative. They're being kind of in love with life at that moment. That express yourself through the creative arts. It's saying put yourself out there. That one way that you're going to find that love you're looking for is to really get in touch with your creativity, because when you're working with your creativity, that actually works through your vulnerability issues too. So if there's a reason why a person in the past has not been working, or the person that you're with now is like a little off, put yourself out there, build yourself. That this is really sacral. I'm getting sacral energy here of creating and pushing forward, and putting yourself out there, and like just enjoy life. That's what it's saying. Just enjoy life and be creative. Be yourself as you're going into these spaces and you're trying to find this person that you're looking for. Let's see where our next card is. Ooh, how fiery is that? This is Freya. Bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Okay, girl. Hello. You know what? Okay. Yes, this is confirming exactly what I'm thinking. So what I'm thinking right now is like, it's saying that if you're single and you want to find the person that you want, male, female, whatever, a person in between, okay, if you want that love, it's universe is being very clear and forward to you. It's saying like, put yourself out there, like be a magnet for people. So instead of going at it like, oh, I'm looking for someone, I'm standing in a corner, like literally just go out on that dance floor and have a good time. Who cares if you can't even dance? I'm so serious. Be bold. Who cares if you can't even dance? Go and have a good time. People are going to be attracted to that energy. And when you come in, or when people come to you, you got to make that decision. A lot of people don't like to be bold because they don't have boundaries. And you need to have boundaries when you're looking for the love that you want. And what I mean is that when you put yourself out there, you're being creative. You can be creative in your hair. You can be creative in the things you love to do. You can be that person who invites everybody over and just like, let's have a kickback. Let's have a jam session, a healing session. Let's just chill. Let's all go out to eat. Let's just have some drinks, whatever you want to do. You can be that person, and you can be bold and put yourself out there. But a lot of people bring that energy in, which doesn't have boundaries, which is fine. But once someone gets in and they're attracted to you, you need to have discernment of what you want. So take the time to know what you want. If you don't find that person attractive energetically or physically, and you're the type of person where that's kind of like a deal breaker for you, listen to that and just keep on going, and be very honest with people in the beginning. Don't, try to be nice and savor their feelings. If someone's expressing interest in you, you'd be like, you know what? you're a really cool person, but I'm gonna be really honest with you, you're not my type, and I don't want to be mean or anything, but I just really want you to connect with the right person for you, and I'm going to try to connect with the right person for me. So don't take it personal. I just, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want mine wasted either. So don't feel like you got to prove to be in my life or anything. Side story here is that when I was dating, I'm gay, so I would often get men come after me, and they would be trying to convince me to date them. And I realized that in my friendships with men, I had to be very stern and say like, "Oh yeah, I'm gay," and that didn't stop them. And I would honestly tell them, I would say, "Hey, I'm not interested in men. I'm not going to be interested in men. I don't want my time wasted, and I'm not going to waste your time. So if your intention is because you only want to be friends with me because you like me, then it's not a friendship worth having. But if you still want to be friends, that's fine. Like, we can be friends. I don't mind being your friends, but you need to understand that I have these boundaries, and I'm just that hard with people." And that actually garnered a lot of respect from people. I think with women, you have to be a little bit different if a woman likes you. And I don't even want to say woman as in a gendered way. A person who is embodying feminine energy, or a person who is embodying masculine energy, whatever, regardless of what their sex is, if they're kind of like wanting to be around you, wanting to have that energy, I would also say be very direct with them too, but just say it in a realistic way. Like, "Oh, I'm out here, I'm looking for the right person. Like, this is my type, and what is your type?" And they start describing their type. Da, da, da. Maybe it's you, maybe it's not. It's like, all you have to say is, "Wow, I really hope that you find that type that you are looking for, because I'm looking for this type too, and I can tell that we're looking for different things." Boom. That's how you say it. That's how you say it. It may make somebody feel bad, but sever the cord. Do not like drag people along. Let me continue to jump. I'm ranting over here, y'all. Here's this one. Easy does it. It says there is no need to hurry or force things. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. And so what that card is coming up here, it's basically saying like, be that person who is out there in the center just being themselves, but the first person that comes your way doesn't necessarily have to be the love of your life, and you need to approach it like that. And that's what I'm talking about with boundaries. Boundaries isn't a negative thing. Boundaries is something where it's like, look, don't try to force it. You're happy, you're out here, you got your groove back, you're living out here, living your best life, your blessed life. And then somebody comes in your life, they give you attention, and you like that. And maybe that's all they needed to serve in that moment, is to give you attention. But if your end goal is that you really want to be with somebody, you might try to force it. And this card is saying, easy does it. Don't worry about all that. Maybe the universe sent them just to give you some love in that moment, or give you that attention until the right person comes. Girl, you better hop on the universe's back and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you do what you want to do," and just continue being bold and happy. Because if you force a relationship that is not what you need right now in your life, then you will ultimately stop doing these things, because you're going to be so wrapped up trying to make something that's not working work. So I'm going to pull our next card, which is Mary Magdalene. So this is unconditional love. It says, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. So when I'm taking this as, go into every situation that you have with the perspective of, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to have love. You need to have boundaries, and you need to have clear speech when you're talking to people. Like, if someone likes you and y'all have some type of situation going on, I don't know, friends with benefits or something like that, you need to be very clear in the beginning that like, hey, I'm not looking for anything, and if ever this becomes emotionally tough, let's go ahead and very vulnerable right now. You're going through this love journey. Be honest. You have nothing to lose with these people that you're meeting. Don't worry about it, okay? Be honest, just be out in the open. And if you see something getting toxic where you can tell either you or that person is holding on and the other person is not there, learn to let it go too. And that is a loving and compassionate thing you can do. You don't have to try to spare people's feelings all the time. If you're honest, you don't need to be mean to somebody, but just be honest. And that is one of the most loving things you can do. And our last card is Mawu. You notice that we mentioned Mawu in our we haven't, sorry, wrong healing set, but we're going to mention Mawu in our healing as we do a healing in alignment for this. So Mawu is Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So that's really interesting that has come up. Give me a couple seconds. I might have to pull another card to understand why that's coming up in a love reading. Just give me a couple seconds, and I'm just going to really connect with the universe, source, intention. Just continue to breathe here, and let me see why that card came up. What I'm hearing right now is that what you do matters, and it has an impact on others. Because when I'm reading this card in environmentalism, I'm thinking about climate, I'm thinking about zero waste, I'm thinking about minimalism, I'm thinking about all of these things. But, those things are important. We all should be doing that. How I'm reading that here in this specific love healing is, of course, the external things of doing those things, but you need to be more internally, environmentally conscious. Meaning, when I say minimalism, do not take on a lot of people's toxic energy. So you need to let that go. You need to clear out, all of the pollution in that kind of way. You also need to make a decision of how you want to approach love with the minimalist. If you're the type of person who only likes to date one person at a time, you're going to have to approach it differently than someone who prefers to date multiple people at a time. And you have to be in connection with yourself, meaning if you are a type of person who can totally live off the grid and do your own thing, you should be mindful to be attracting that kind of person. Also, the people that you are bringing into your life should support your highest vibrational good as a whole. I'm just connecting. I'm still with you. You know what? I'm also getting like you might find this person by doing these things. Like I don't know if you're into environmentalism, but maybe this person will see you shine in this area, and because you're in this area, that's going to take you to be connected truly with the person that you want to be with. I'm actually going to pull another card. And the reason why I'm going to pull another card is because I really want to get this. This is very intriguing. Now I understand, because my desire was to start with this love reading, but my gut was saying do these other readings before, and now I understand why, because this needed a little bit more time. So I pulled another card. Home. Vesta, home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So we have the earth, environmentalism. We have home. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pull another card too. And then we have golden opportunity. And of course, we have some more water, we have dolphins. It says important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So, environment, home, golden opportunity. Mother Earth. You know what? It may be that this is kind of like a double energetic situation in which you have an opportunity in front of you that may not be necessarily love related, but in being able to walk through those doors will give you the opportunity for what you're looking for. That's kind of like what I'm getting right here. It's like the reading is kind of split. It's telling you how you should go or approach dating, but it's also telling you that this opportunity is out there, that there is an opportunity. So don't feel like there's not, and it's going to restore and balance your home. And that, okay, I'm getting it now. Dang it. I was lost for a moment. Okay, this is what I'm getting from this reading. It's saying that if you are aligned, okay, and you take this opportunity and you understand that your home, your partner, your love will be coming by you having a healthy relationship, you are then going to impact the world. And there's a lot of relationships out here that are in a relationship, and it may not be the best or the healthiest relationship, but it's saying this environmentalism. Okay, now I'm understanding. I had to pull these other cards, but this environmentalism is saying that if you really want to help the world, of course we need to recycle and be mindful and things like that, but if you really want to help the world, you will balance your home by having the relationship that you need. And this relationship is coming to you. What you're looking for is coming to you. But you cannot have the toxicity. You cannot have all this bad energy. You cannot entertain things that do not serve you. But if you have that loving and that balanced relationship, you then are connected to the world. You then push forward a higher understanding of love. So when you go into love, you're not just doing this for yourself. You're actually deeply connected to something much bigger than you. Oh, that is such a beautiful thing. And I would also say that if you are in a relationship, what I'm getting from this reading is that you can still have these areas, and you and your significant others can transform. You know, you're always going to be dating that person. Sometimes you can get in a relationship, you can get a rut, y'all do the same things, but still be bold. Still understand that the person that you dated, if you're in a long-term relationship, they're not the same person day one as they are now. You all continue to grow and have evolution in that dating and that love. Okay, so let's hop into our healing here. Wow, that was... Universe knows, okay? Because I was over here like, oh, I'm gonna do this first. This is what everybody wants to hear. And to realize that it's kind of like a very, very deep meaning behind what's going on here. But let's jump into the healing session here for love. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be clearing out a bit of your heart, but mostly your sacral, because what was coming up here, just continue to breathe. What was coming up here is a strong sense that you need to be creative. And if you need to be creative, we're going to align your energy to service and serve that purpose. Beautiful. Thank you, God. 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 Now, we're going to say a little prayer. It's not a religious prayer, just a prayer to connect us community and our individual healing experience. And because it matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for our highest good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Oshun, Mawu, White Tower, and all the Tars. Please connect us to our ancestors, our lineage, our spirit guides, and our spirit animals. Please connect us for our highest vibrational good, only so that we may move forward in this love, attracting the love that we are looking for, that we need, that our hearts desire. Let us know that as we go through this healing experience, that the ultimate love that we cultivate in our life then makes the world better, because we are able to resonate and reverberate that love within the rest of the world. I say that in all legs. I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So I'm going in with the rose quartz here, and I'm just going to do some Reiki symbols on your sacral chakra. Just continue to balance here, pulling out anything that's no longer serving you. Good job. And just continue to breathe here. All you gotta do is relax at this part. So what I'm going in and doing is balancing out your chakras so that you may receive that love that you're looking for, and that you may balance out your energy so you can go ahead and do all of these things. Be bold, be out there, enjoy life, be courageous. Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay. I'm going to go in just surrounding your aura and let you know that you are love, and that the ultimate love that you can feel within yourself is that self-love. I'm going to leave a link to, well, there's already links in the description box below of all the love healings I have. So if you want to go into a deeper healing, just 100% a healing session, you can check out that link in the description box. Pull out and just take away anything, any fear, any anxiety, any feeling that you can't have this love, you can't have this love, and you can do it. And the big takeaway from our healing session today, or for our pick a card today, is that it is bigger than you, that the universe needs you to have a love that is going to change the world, change the vibrational patterns of the world, that getting this right helps us all out. So understanding that it's a community experience for you to have this love healing. Thank you. I'm going to go in and just bless you. I'm going to place this on the crown of your head and put my hand on your heart and say a prayer. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for the highest good, that balance between the divine feminine and the sacred masculine, bring forth the love and the balance in the boldness and the fearlessness in the journey of love for you, so that you are able to move forward in your path, that you are able to have the love you're looking for and be able to resonate with the universe's highest energy for you. As of now, you will receive that healing, that golden opportunity, and allow you to do that with the baggage off of your shoulders. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Well, that is the end of our session today. I hope you enjoyed our session today, family. I hope you enjoyed this pick a card and energy healing. If you want more energy healing, check the links in the description box below, and that definitely has it. But if no one has said it to you, let me go ahead and say it. I love you. I'm so happy for you, and I cannot wait for your health, your love, and your money to flow in the direction you're looking for. So until next time,